Alright, update on Cardano. So it's been a while since I've done an update on this coin. I will outline you what's going on now. So if we take away all of this drawings, in the last video for this we outlined, I believe, our price target down here in this red box, which we nicely came down to. I think it's honestly been quite a while since I've done an ADA video. I've been branching out on new content, so you know I'll cover this whenever I see something going on, but nothing changed too much. But I'll tell you what's going on now. So what we outlined in the last video is, you know, the number one hopium that you'd really want to see for ADA. You know, best case scenario, we would need to do something like this if we want to get above the $1 soon. So, you know, we outlined something like this could be a very potential, very ugly inverse head and shoulders, which could act as a bottoming signal for ADA. Like I said, I mean, this could be a fake out below the $1 level, but we would need to turn around in the next, you know, in the next few days, I'd say, in my opinion. I'd say, what's the day now? It's Thursday. I'd say if we close another weekly candle below the $1, I'd say we're in for some very, very severe price action to the downside. So we can talk about our price targets to the downside in a second. But number one, like I said, I think we would really need to hold, you know, 85 at worst, kind of coming down to 80. I think if we break any further below 80, you know, this inverse head and shoulders would be somewhat invalidated, or it would become even more ugly than it is right now. So I wouldn't like to see that personally. You know, personally, I don't actually hold ADA, so I'm not really partial to it going to the upside or the downside. But you know, I would prefer if this this coin does well, because you know, if this coin does well, it will push the total crypto market cap up, and altcoins will probably follow. So we made this warning sign video for ADA, you know, on the 19th of February when we broke below the $1 level. We outlined how this is basically such a big support for ADA, and how, considering how many people make fun of this coin or joke about it being a stable coin, for it to be below $1 is not really a good sign anymore, at least in my opinion. The volume that we're getting in is all selling volume, which is kind of worrying. So like I said, I mean, your last line in the sand would be somewhere down here, somewhere around 80. If we do lose 80, I think we would be breaking below this red box, as we've already tested it. You know, your last level in the sand, I'd say, is 70. If we do break below 70, I think we're going to drop all the way to 36, potentially somewhere around, I'd probably say this high here, and the 2.618 fib retracement target. So if we did take a measured move tool, for example, if we did break above $1, I personally wouldn't long, but if we did break back below or if we did hit the 1.618 and fell through it like butter, I would be putting a very, very big short in for this. So if we did come down to the green box, you could see almost a 50% drop if we take the conservative target, and basically a 50% drop if we take, you know, the price target down to the 2.618. So if it bounces from this high up here that we put in on the 17th of January, that could be the bottom. You know, all in all, I don't expect ADA to drop below this 36 to 40 cent level. But, you know, if we don't get above $1 very soon, then in my opinion, this is where we're going to be coming down to. So this would honestly be my worst case scenario. If, like I said, if we didn't close a weekly above the $1, or if we didn't at least kind of come to here by Sunday, and if we weren't like sticking our head or like bashing our head against this this $1 level, then I would be very worried. So for example, if we do come down, you know, even if we come down to like 76 in the short term, this inverse head and shoulders would be invalidated, and you know, I would be very cautious about entering this coin in the short term. So that is pretty much all I see for ADA. The RSI looks like it's turning down as well. We are in a downtrend on the RSI. We do check out the money flow index and see what the what most of the money is doing. Not too much to see here, to be honest. I mean, we are struggling to get above, you know, the heart line every time we do spike up. We are kind of like the RSI, putting in lower highs. The RSI is turning down, which tells me there's not much strength in the market, and like we said, there's not much volume coming in at all, and the volume that is coming in is all selling volume. So I do believe there's quite a few red flags going on for ADA right now. The total crypto market cap is back below the 618 again, so if the total crypto market cap does fall through the 618 like butter, I would be expecting a massive drop incoming for the altcoins, and especially a massive drop incoming for ADA. So if we finish this off with the Bitcoin dominance is above the 200-day, so personally I am bearish on altcoins priced against Bitcoin while we are above the 200-day moving average. Bitcoin has been moving up relatively strongly, and a lot of these altcoins are falling in the dust bar like one or two exceptions. So all in all, in my opinion, ADA doesn't look too good. Last line in the sand is really 80 cent in my opinion. If we do lose that, I would be expecting a drop to 70. If we do bounce from 70, we could consider this maybe a double bottom, and we can talk about higher price targets in the short term of a retest of $1. But if we do lose 70, then in my opinion we're going to have a big drop all the way down to about 40 or 36 cents in my opinion. So that's all for ADA. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.